Facts Verse presents. Dad and doctors are speechless after mom gives birth to a white blonde-haired baby. When a woman's pregnant, she often hopes that the baby is going to look like her. Often the baby's father has that same hope. And in many cases, when the child is born, it will have characteristics from both parents. When Francis and Arlette Shibongu found out that they were expecting, they were just hoping for a healthy little baby. When the baby was born, it was healthy, but everybody in the room got a big shock. The dad and the doctors both were speechless when mom gave birth to a white, blonde-haired baby. Everybody was so shocked because the baby was born to African-American parents. Anyway, we'll get into the rest of the video in just a moment. First, though, you can shock us by clicking that like button, and also be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you won't miss our future videos. When this baby came out, he had blonde hair, light skin. Nobody knew what to think. Francis says that when he saw the baby, he looked at the doctors and they were looking at each other. He knew right away they thought he might not be the baby's daddy. Francis, however, he didn't think that for a second. He knew that his wife was always faithful, but he was still a bit puzzled by the complexion of his son, understandably. Well, when he looked at his wife, they both knew it was their baby, and the couple named their baby Daniel, and they thought that he was perfect. Well, after the baby was cleaned up and dressed, the nurses returned him to Francis and Arlette so that they could bond with their newborn son. Francis says that when he bent down and kissed his son, he got a good look at his features, and Francis says that right away he noticed that Daniel had his nose and Arlette's lips. Well, when the doctor came to check on the family, Francis asked if his son was maybe albino. The doctor assured the parents that no, Daniel was not albino. He told the couple that he had spoke to a couple of geneticists and they were still unsure why the baby came out with such a light complexion and blonde hair. After talking with family members, they began to believe that maybe the baby's complexion could be traced back to Arlette's great-great-great-grandmother, who was said to have been very light-skinned as a child. Well, since that was 6 generations ago, the couple wasn't really sure why their son would be so light-skinned now. According to Francis, Daniel is their miracle. He says that while they were shocked by his white skin, they still feel very blessed. He says they have a beautiful, healthy son, and that's all they could ever ask for. Arlette says that she was just as shocked as everybody else when the baby was born. She says everybody in the delivery room that day was shocked into silence, herself included. She said the look on the faces of the doctors and the nurses said it all. Everybody was wondering why she had a white baby. Unfortunately, there are skeptics out there who wonder if Francis really is the baby's father. Francis doesn't let those things bother him, though. He says that he knows his wife never had an affair with a white man. He says even if she did, his son would be a mixed-race baby with black hair, not a white baby with blonde hair. He's sure that Daniel is his, and he felt it the first time he held him. Francis says that there is an unmistakable bond between parents and children. He says that he felt it after the birth of his son, and he felt it again after the birth of Daniel. Francis says that a few months after Daniel was born, he noticed people staring at the family while they were out. He says people in his neighborhood, they were not used to seeing a black couple with a white baby, and the stares don't bother them at all. Dad says that to him and Arlette, Daniel's skin color, it's not important at all. All that matters is that they have a healthy little boy who they love. Francis says Daniel really stands out in family photos with Francis, Arlette, and their other son since they're all dark-skinned. That doesn't bother the family, though. Daniel's just as much a part of the family as his older brother is. So what do you think? Should a DNA test be taken just in case, or do you believe that Daniel really is Francis' son? Tell us in the comments below, and subscribe for more.